That's one small step for man.
Out for the. Hello, welcome back to Here's What's Going On podcast with me, AJ. Let's go ahead and jump right into what I'm watching. I am still rewatching Bob's Burgers. I started all over again. Not mad. I haven't really been reading anything. I haven't really been listening to anything other than just like music and podcasts, really. That's pretty much it. So today we're going to jump right into the episode. We're coming from the We're Not Really Stranger Self-Love Pack. And the question is, what parts of yourself do you feel the need to protect? The inner child me, I'm working on not masking her so much. I am sometimes too bright for people. And it's not that I'm dimming my light, but I'm acting accordingly. I look at it like I know what it feels like to be uncomfortable in certain situations, and while I'm trying to hold space, I'm also doing it at the sake of, masking large parts of myself. Is that fair? Not necessarily, but you sometimes have to make that decision to mask or not to mask. I'm thankful to continue to have this childlike outlook on life and, things that are simple, but I find them to be fascinating. Like when I go hiking, I'm my freest self. I'm able to just go and wander without decisions or interruptions. I can just exist to be surrounded by trees and squirrels and nature. Or doing Lego sets. There's so many people that I found on social media that now have adult money and enjoy doing Lego sets. Sometime, ago, being a nerd was frowned upon, and now it's admirable. Something that allows people to be brought together and build community. And I'm protecting my inner child because she deserves it all, for real. I feel the need to protect people being disrespectful to me. But not in the crash out, cuss you out way. But in the advocating for myself by asking for clarity before I assume you were being disrespectful to me kind of way. Sometimes people can come off short and blunt, and that's all right if I know you. But if I don't know you, I can easily take offense to what you say and misinterpret, it. So, instead of getting offended, I now ask for clarity. Like a smooth, what did you mean by that? Assists with bringing clarity to the misunderstandings that can be seen as disrespect. So I'm protecting my inner child and myself from being disrespected, basically. Moving along to what I'm happy and grateful for. Rainy hikes. There's something about the rain that deters people from going outside. And for me, I've never had an issue with being outdoors in adverse weather like the rain. I hiked in the rain and I loved it. Like I could hear the rain and the wind and watch the trees swaying. It's beautiful to me. I find beauty in nature and a peace that I can never find anywhere else there. The quote, "If it still makes you cry, it still matters," and that's by Parth. And I think that we should look at the thing that's making us cry with acceptance and exploration. Even if the exploration leads to no understanding, it should still be explored. That's how I feel about it. Some things you're just never going to get over, and that's all right, but I feel you shouldn't beat yourself up because the thing still matters. But before I go, be sure to check out the show notes. Also, check out my books on Amazon titled Poems to Cry To in the Dark and Love Letters Never Sent to Myself, and leave a 5-star rating. Other than that, I don't have anything else. I'm glad you're still here and hope you have the day you deserve.